Good morning, sixth graders. So your skill for today is finding percent of a number. So if I want to know what is 30% of 60, it's the same thing as 30% times 60. So I take 60 and I'm going to multiply it by 30%. But I need to convert 30% to a decimal. So 30% is the same thing as 30 out of 100. And the way we write 30 hundredths is like this. Okay? So 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 6 is 0. Placeholder. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 6 is 18. Add it up. 0, 0, 8, 1. Move over 2 spots. 1, 2. And our answer is 18. Now here's a way that you could do it mentally in your head. And I think doing percentage like this is really good for one day when you're calculating tips. And if I take 60 and 10% is the same thing as multiplying it by 0.10. And when you multiply something by 0.10, when you're multiplying by a multiple of 10, then all you have to do is move the decimal. So in 60, here is the decimal. So we would move the decimal over 1 spot, and it would be 6 is 10% of 60. So 30% would be 3 6s, and 6 times 3 is 18. So you could figure that one out kind of mentally if you wanted to. So let's say that we went to dinner and our bill was $60. And we want to leave a 20% tip. If I want to do that mentally in my head, I would think, okay, move the decimal over. So 10% would be $6. 20% would be $12. So that's a very fast way that I could use percentages to figure out my tip. So I have one last story to tell you guys. It's kind of a little crazy. Tonight I went to get some toilet paper at the store. You know, toilet paper is kind of one of those things where some people are hoarding it because they're afraid we're going to, run out of toilet paper or something. So I went to Kroger and I got the very last thing of toilet paper. And as I was in the parking lot, this guy is like, hey, did you get the last toilet paper? And I was like, yeah. And so he started chasing me for my toilet paper. And I was running so fast, and he grabbed onto me, and I was grabbing onto my leg, and I was like, oh my gosh, leave me alone. He just kept pulling on my leg and pulling on my leg and pulling on my leg. Kind of like I'm pulling on your leg right now. Get it? Pulling your leg, telling you a joke. Anyway, guess what today is? April Fools! April Fools! Happy April Fool's Day!